Hey, you guys, career engineer right here. And listen, today is one of our pre-summit live broadcasts, and we're looking forward to bringing you not just some information about this new thing that I call the Shivot. Yes, I made a new term called the Shivot. And we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight and take your questions and answers. So remember, you can email me. No, you can chat with me right here. We're going to say hello to everybody on LinkedIn and YouTube. But we're going to talk about the Shivot, and we're going to talk about some really cool things happening with the summit. This is a live broadcast tonight on YouTube and LinkedIn and Facebook. So, and we're going to get that Shivot. And I hope at one point somebody's going to ask me, what the heck is a Shivot? So don't go anywhere. Invite folks. This is real. We're going to be with you for 30 minutes. I want to answer your questions. We're going to keep it real. Welcome to Pre-Summit Live. I'm going to be right back. Hey, that was quick. Look how fast I get here. So listen, all things talking about the Shivot, and I'm just like really excited to share with you guys like what that means. It's something that came with like earlier today. It was like this thing, and I was like, I had this aha moment, man. It's all about the Shivot. So we're going to definitely get into that. Again, I want your questions and your comments, of course. And for those of you wondering, like, what in the world is going on? This is your career engineer. This is our TCE Live. Streaming live on all our platform. Well, not all of them, but on Facebook, on YouTube, of course, on LinkedIn. We want to say hello and everything. And I see Lady Audrey's in the house. What's up, Lady Leah? Thank you for showing up and being a part of this. Feel free to invite others and to let them know we're here. So what we're going to cover really quickly, I'm going to do some quick housekeeping rules. Make sure you hit us up all the time, tcenow.com. I'm in my other what I call my mass control room. Yeah, you see my ring lights up there, right? But TCE Now, everything about us is there. All of our platforms, stuff about the summit, how we can help you get a job right now, how we can help your business grow. Yeah, right now in COVID. So make sure you check us out. If you're Gramming or Twittering, guess what? At Career Engineer. Really easy to find us in all those spaces. At Career Engineer on the Gram, as well as on Twitter. Follow us, like us, and of course, if you're on Facebook, you're watching me from here. But we're also have a couple of groups you can join. My Don't Get Anxious group, open to the public, where we're sharing job leads and needs and just keeping folks in power. And my group of my network members, which is a private group, gotta be a TCE member to join, but we welcome you there as well. And let's see, tomorrow morning at 9:05, guys, it's loaded. It's loaded. Subscribe today if you haven't. Get our TCE weekly newsletter. Subscribe.tce now. Listen, I'm doing this weekly because I want to empower and encourage, because it's time for next, y'all. It's time for next. So if you don't have it, get it and share it with others to get it as well. And of course, big thing tonight, we're talking about the summit. Of course, I'm going to release to you my lineup. Some of the, I mean, it's just, I mean, God is so good. Let me get my praise on for real. Because the folks who have agreed to be here on a Friday, on a Saturday, on the day after New Year's Day, virtually for our Vision Summit, are incredible folks. My spirit is just overwhelmed. And I can't be the only one that feels this way, because it's time for next is real. So so tonight is our pre-summit live. We're going to do another one December 2nd, but the second Thursday in December, but you want to make sure you get your tickets now for this event. Do not wait. I mean, don't wait. Don't do that. Get your tickets now. TCE Summit. Promo code for next. Now, okay, enough of that. What am I dealing with? And also, hey, the network, be a part of the TCE network. While I'm doing my housekeeping, y'all, that's me with regular hair. That's me in the Chicago, what do you call that? The Chicago Tribune, it says in business. But I want your questions. So if there's a pressing career business question, put it in the chat. Let me know. I'm looking at all the chats from all the different places. And yes, Brother Tony, the Shivot. Yeah, I actually registered that. The Shivot is what's up. It's all about the Shivot, y'all. I am so excited about the Shivot, right? So, and again, I do have some folks who are part of this amazing journey with me tonight. And again, I'm looking at all comments. I can see all of them. So again, invite others on your profile. Share this broadcast with others. I do want to be able to answer your questions. And yes, we're going to be getting into the Shivot. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in a minute. And again, it's time for next. So the TCE Summit, definitely be a part of that. And I'm going to get more into the Shivot in a moment, but I definitely want your questions and your comments. We're going to be here just, for a little bit, about maybe a half hour to chat. And again, if there are questions and comments, we definitely want to get those. And I have some things I definitely want to share, like some job leads and some job opportunities and things of that nature. First job opportunity I definitely want to share, and this is so if you have pen and paper, you want to write it down, because I'm not able to write something. Y'all like my red hat? I'm just rocking the red hat right here. But Portsmouth, I got this earlier from a networking colleague, which is great. I mean, someone that works in the system. But Portsmouth Public Schools is hiring. They're doing a virtual career fair. It's going to be, I think, November 17th on Tuesday. I would tell all of you all in the, and I shared this on the radio show earlier today, but I would share with people, if you're, education is hiring. Your public education entities are hiring, no matter where you're watching me from. But Portsmouth Public Schools in Virginia is, and go to their website, you'll see their virtual instructor day. And I want to thank Miss Christina for sharing that with me. But it's virtual instructor day. Okay, so folks who do instructional designs, which I guess is called teachers, but there's also some assistants as well. But they're going to hold that on the 17th. I believe it's, I want to make sure I got the date right, but it's Portsmouth Public Schools. I had printed it out and I don't know where I put it, but Portsmouth Public Schools. So what I would share with everyone else is whatever school system is in your area, check it out. They may be hiring. I mean, for instructional folks, but not just instructional folks, okay? But that's one job lead that's going on. And again, when I was checking my handy dandy jobs.tce now today, saw lots of jobs there as well. But again, questions or comments, put it there. I want to make sure that we answer them for you. And because we are going to talk about, it's got that, do you have that TCE Shivot? That's what you need to make it to the next. I'm telling you, the TCE Shivot. So I'm going to share one Shivot. I got to say that really carefully. Shivot point, okay? I'm going to share one Shivot. Wow. Yeah, I got to watch that one point, because this was this aha moment I had earlier, and I definitely want to get it there. Yeah, Tony wants to enjoy the, and I thank you so much. Yeah, the virtual instructors day, Portsmouth, public school. So let me jump into the Shivot, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to share a little bit about that. And before I go on, I want to also use this time to share with you some of the folks that's going to help us Shivot. Oh, I love saying that. I so love saying that. Folk going to help us Shivot. Woo, there's a lot you can do with that one. I'm going to tell you right now. So anyway, let me jump to this, and I hope I don't feel like I'm rushing. I'm not. I'm trying to be a good steward. So here you go. What is Shivot? I was wondering if anybody was going to ask that of me. What is the Shivot? So I had this moment in TCE world where I'm just sitting here and I'm doing the the hat helps me think, and was looking at the news that's happened recently, and I'm looking at the numbers that came out today in the job space, and the numbers that came out last month regarding October's job numbers and all of that stuff. And you'll get that in my newsletter tomorrow. And as I was sitting here wow, okay, was feeling kind of cool about things, and things got a little bit more chaotic today. And, and Mondays and Fridays are always tough days in my world, because most times folks lose their opportunities, career and business. You tend to find it out on a Monday or Friday. Okay. And I was like, okay, what is it going to take to get folk to get where they need to be, and what they need to do to take it to the next, right? And I just came up with this thing, and I blended something, and I was like, that's it. It's the Shivot. So let me give you a little bit about the Shivot, because it's the Shivot that's going to have to, no, she didn't. Yes, she did. Boom. When you have brilliant people that there she go. When you have brilliant people that right? There you go. There's the shift and the pivot, right? The Shivot. But you just got to keep it real. So that's a brilliant sister right there. And those of you who are watching, I definitely want you to let me know where you're watching from. But please, if you can, please put your information. Networking is, all know how I feel about networking. Networking is everything. So if you want to network or put your links in the chat, hot links, by all means, do so. Introduce yourself, who you are. So so there's a shift. So let me just break down what Webster says about the shift, right? Because you all have heard people say shift and pivot a lot, right? And there are these words that we use for mechanics, but there's also these words that we personalize them, and you hear them all over the place. And I always wondered who came up with them words particularly for here. But shifting means that the move or cause to move. And I just want y'all to look at that in terms of how it's used right there in English language, but also I want you to feel that for a minute. To feel that when we're talking shifting. Now, I used to have a car that had a stick shift, right? Y'all know the little 5-speed. One of my first cars had a stick shift. Mind you, I didn't know how to drive a stick shift, okay? Didn't know nothing about it. Yeah, who buys a car and don't know how to drive it? I do, because the car was a great deal. But I knew I was going to learn something, right? I kept driving that bad boy in low gear because I was too afraid to push the clutch. Got to push the clutch, right? Little 2-feet thing. And I just, and when you're in low gears, what are you doing? You're jerking around. Right? You're just doing all this. The car is like running on low gears. You're going to probably screw up the engine. Then I would also ride the clutch. Anybody who had a stick shift should know what I'm talking about. I kept my foot on that clutch. And I just was not, I had failure to shift, right? I just was unaware of what to do. But after making one car note and not knowing how to drive my car, I had to rethink that. So I learned how to shift. I learned that I needed to use these 2 feet. I learned that I had to push that clutch down, and staying in low gears is more gas and it's more harmful to the engine. The best time when you're driving a stick shift is to be in overdrive. There's this 5th gear, like, there's 4 gears, okay? But there's a 5th gear, and that's overdrive. But you can't get to 5th gear if you don't get to 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. 5th gear is the most effective use of the engine. It burns less gas and you can go pretty fast, right? But some people even are comfortable just in 4th gear, right? They are comfortable just in 4th gear, and that's not a place to be either. You can't be comfortable in 4th gear. So you got shift. So again, going back to what the shift means to cause to move or cause to move. The clutch helped me to shift. Me using my again, left hand and right hand and left foot, and I had to have all those components to shift, right? So yes, mechanically, you get the umps of how important shifting is. So if you stay in low gear, you're going to burn out. You're going to destroy something. Now, metaphorically, look at your career and tell me where your clutch is. Look at your career and tell me what gear you're in. Are you bucking because you're refusing to shift? Are you stuck in 3rd? Are you afraid to go into high gear? You got to move or cause yourself to move. So now, what does Webster say about the pivot? Because remember, y'all, Shivot is my word of the week, okay? But to pivot, and we're hearing that in political conversations. You're hearing it in other things. It's to turn or rotate. And even using from some of my engineering people, if I was to ask my engineering folks, what's a pivot? What's a thing in your space about the pivot? Okay, efficiency optimized. That's the energy guy, right? Like, what does that mean, right? Hold on, I'm going back to where I was. Hold on. What did I do? I got him still up here. What did I do, guys? Here I go. I'm sorry. Hey, come on. To turn or to rotate. Sometimes it's this thing about an angle or kind of like hold stuff. So to turn or rotate. So again, where are we at? We're talking about, I think my lighting just changed. Something just happened in my room. The shift or the pivot, right? We know the shift is to move or cause a move. So now we're talking pivot. I'm coming there, guys. I'm making a point. I hope that you guys you're getting this. I'm making this point. So my point is, with the pivot, you have to turn or rotate. So you're shifting, and you're also able to, you see what I'm doing? Every now and then, you got to do this. Maybe to the left, maybe to the right, maybe a tweak, maybe this way. Got to do that for certain mechanical things to work, okay? I want y'all to rest on that just for a hot minute. On those 2 things, to rest on that for a hot minute. My shift and my pivot. Yes, it is about changing the direction. Yeah, I think you're looking at me because of a light. Okay? I'm getting pivoted, guys. Someone just pivoted me. Is there something wrong with my pivot?
No, you're talking about light.
Oh yeah. So see, someone, okay, because I'm about shifting the pivot. Yeah, one of my a light. It seems like I got darker. So again, guys, we're pivoting and shifting right in the middle of. Can you just turn one of those on? Right in the middle of our thing. Yeah, that's better. So I had to see. Look at that. I had to shift and pivot, right? So change the direction. So so hold up for a minute. Let me share this with you guys. Talking about shifting the pivot, right? So hold up. Here we go. All right. So let me see. Yeah, I'm going to get a producer at some point. Let me share with you just really quickly some powerful shifters and pivoters, some shivots. I'm going to get deeper in the shivot in a minute. One person that we're going to listen to, y'all see this? I'm going to share with you guys like a quick rotation of some folks. It's going to be our Shivots, our shift and pivot folk, because they've all done it. We're honored to have Miss Colleen, one of the few women in the man's world dealing with engineering, y'all, and testing. She's all about the shift and the pivot, right? Honored to have Dr. Portia Rawls, clinician, whose business has exploded during this season, mental health, shifting and pivoting as a small business woman had to. Oh boy, are we honored to have. These are, again, some of the folks that will be in our, talk about shifters and pivoters, right? We are honored to have the CEO of Nebraska Health and Human Services talk about management during COVID, 5,000 staff, talk about shifting and pivoting. Yeah, they're going to be in the room. One of our own TCE members, we got Lady V, who still had to work her job the whole time during COVID as a manager, still onboarding and hiring people, talking about the shifting and pivoting in Texas. Okay, shifting and pivoting all over. Honored to bring a DC bound, DC's own Wanda woman, incredible woman. I worked out with her and I nearly passed the ham sandwich out. I'm just gonna keep it real, y'all. Talk about a shift and a pivot now, but in our life panel, we're talking about being healthy and taking care of ourselves, because I've learned if we don't shift and pivot in our life, our career and business won't work. We got the FBI in the house. I'm loving it. Hiring, talking about shifting and pivoting, no doubt. Recruiting for folks to work for them. Yeah, this young lady, Vanessa, is going to be a panelist at our summit. What else are my Shivots? We got the wonderful Dr. Nehemiah Thrash, played football scholarship to becoming a medical doctor. Yes, he's on our family life panel. Yeah, we're talking about COVID, y'all. Yeah, we're talking about shifting and pivoting in healthcare. Yeah, we're talking about advocacy. Unfortunately, Dr. Thrash is the one you see when you didn't wear your mask, okay? He's the one you see when you didn't wear your mask. So we've got some amazing folks, and we have Miss Tiffany Rosier Nova, STEM, talk about a shift and pivot in terms of higher education. Nova is the biggest community college in the nation. This young lady, I watched her shift and pivot. They're coming on Saturday to the summit. Oh, and we're not done yet. Y'all think I'm done? Oh, here's who's coming. Manager, Apple One. Okay. What it takes to get folk hired. Still looking to get folk hired. Working and shifting and doing the Shivot in this scene. Okay. So I'm telling you, I'm not done. You think I'm done? No. The CEO of Rafiki Natural Products. Her products were on Amazon before folk knew how to be a regular person and get on Amazon, okay? Making something on her kitchen table is available on Amazon. Talk about a shifting and a pivot. Oh, does she have a story to tell? So this is what's happening at the TCE Summit. This is what's happening. This is an incredible lineup. Folks showing up on a Saturday, the day after New Year's Day, shifting and pivoting. And there's others, but I just couldn't get the rest of them up here. But it's going to be an amazing day. It's going to be an amazing day here. So we want to make sure that everyone, there is no excuse in the world of virtual living, right? There is no excuse whatsoever in the world of virtual living that folks can't get up in here. Shivot. The Shivot, y'all. We got the Shivot. Okay, come on now. CEOs, hiring folks, PhDs, medical doctors, managers of millions and millions of dollars budgets, folks who created on their table and now they're doing things, folk getting hired, increasing their salaries by thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in COVID, hiring managers saying, this is how you Shivot. I'm loving it. So anyway, let me calm down because y'all know the Shivot has gotten me very excited. So I want to see, are there any questions or comments here? Again, you're watching what we call TCE Summit Live. We're going to be here until 7 o'clock. This is an opportunity for you to share information or to ask questions. If you have a job lead, you want to promote yourself, we're excited about. We're looking forward to you sharing who you are and what you do. Tony says, I just love it. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. We're here to share some good stuff. So let me continue. Again, what I'm doing, I'm keeping it rolling. I want to say hi to those on YouTube, those watching us live and later, those on LinkedIn. Thank you for being here and feel free to share. And again, I can see all comments from all places, even though I had to Shivot my lighting a minute ago. All right, so what else do we have about that shift and pivot, and which I call the shivot, right? Here's what's important too. I think this is important. TCE Shivot. Here are the things that I think it means that we need to do. We got to move, right? You've been here forever. Like you've been here forever. You've been doing the same thing forever. I mean, forever. Okay, like this. Like I'm trying to like I'm like, okay. Somebody might say, no, this is what I know. This is what I'm doing, right? All right. You got to move, and sometimes you got to turn. I mean, you know, you have north, south, east, west, right? You've been due north. I mean, north is great. Don't get me wrong. East might be cool too. Sometimes you got to turn. You got to turn your thinking. You got to turn it around, right? And there's rotating, and there's will, and then there's maneuvering. That pivoting to me is really about wheeling something and maneuvering it. It's almost like massaging and maneuvering. Yes, I'm the career engineer. Yeah, I talk a lot. Yes, I can. I talk a lot, and I'm pretty loud, and all that kind of good stuff. Ashley says, love the concept shivot. Hey, Ashley, we the shivot. We the shivot. I mean, I love this. Y'all know how dangerous I can be with that word. I'm the shivot. We got the shivot, right? But right, you have to maneuver it. So maybe you're somewhere and things aren't working out the way you want it to. I've had that conversation today. What you gonna do? Move, turn, rotate something like full 360. Or manipulate it, you know, maneuver that wheel. You got to shift and you got to pivot. You got to shift and you got to shivot it, right? You got to shivot. You got to, because you can't stay static just because. And again, I hope I'm speaking to my old school and my new school, okay? Because new school can learn from old school, and old school can learn from new school. I got to find a word in the middle that blends both, and maybe it's shivot, y'all. But the point is, you know, we can sometimes have done something so long and we think that's all there is. Let me give you a wonderful case in point. Yesterday, what much I'm at 6:53. I only have a few moments left, guys. Yesterday, YouTube crashed. Were you guys a part of that? And isn't it interesting? We did not have you didn't see a whole lot about that on the news. YouTube crashed. YouTube TV crashed. Big time. Folk, new school, all my little Generation Z and millennials were, oh my God, YouTube crash. Old school says what goes up must come down, okay? We know this. We know this. Nothing is going to last forever. We know this. If it's made by man, it can break. That's wisdom. We know. That's old school. So when YouTube crashed, and trust me, I was upset because I watch YouTube TV. And we were like losing our mind. I mean, someone called, what's going, it was almost a panic attack. People went to Twitter and lost their mind. YouTube took, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half to fix it, got fixed. What is the moral of the story? Shivot. Okay. Folks had to manipulate, they had to move some things. They had to rethink some things quick, fast, in a hurry. They had to, as Tony shared earlier, there's a stirring of the wheel. Sometimes you just gotta almost like do this, you know. In the old days, it was hammer nail. That's it. That's how you fix something. New days is point and click. Guess what? We had to maneuver that thing. We had to work it. We had to work it to find out what's going on. You have to do the same. You might be somewhere you're not happy with. Shivot that thing. Maybe there's something, a part of that you can run with. Maybe it's time to leave. I don't know. But before you leave, you better shivot that thing. You better east, north, south, west. Move it from here to here, put it down, relook at what you bring to the table. I mean, rethink it, re-strategize it, okay? Think it through a little bit. Don't just be, don't like it, I'm out. Or it's them, it's not me. Or, you know, you gotta be pivoting. The shivot is what's up. Those who can shivot will have next. I'm telling you, those who can shivot will have next. NEX, guys, NEXT. For those to be, NEXT, you've got to know the shivot, and I'm just loving saying that. You've got to know the shivot so that you can move to your next. Okay, you've got to know the shivot so you can move to your next. So listen, it's about, I'm losing my, okay, yeah. So let me share this too real quick. Like I said, we shared with you. Well, first of all, let me see if there's any questions or comments before I go further. Let me see. Tony says, stirring is what brings the old school with the new school. That's a good way of looking at it. I like that. Yeah, there you go. When you do this, guys, because we have to do this. I mean, if you have been, well, COVID has revealed so much. It's revealed me how to shivot, okay, and be proud. I'm a proud shivoter, as the word I'm going through this, right? Let's see. I also have, those are shivets around. These are shivets around to support the TCE cause. He is so deep. He is so deep. Yeah, great talent lineup. So listen, I want to share this with you for a quick moment. And again, you know, I'm just so excited about the folks that's going to be a part of this this amazing event. So with that in mind, let me share with you a little bit more about the amazing event.
And they're like, well, what is this about? So who is this for?
Anybody that wants to be successful, and however you define that, whether it's business, whether it's career, whether it's personal, anybody who wants to be successful, this is what this event is for.
Why is it so inspirational for people in the workplace?
Well, one of the things that Francina Harrison, who's the originator and founder, what she's trying to do is build real relationships, but at the same time, the
experience of having to work but also dealing with fighting cancer at the same time.
Oh yeah, that was pretty amazing. To watch her continue to work, because I was expecting to get an email that I'm going to take some time off. I hope you guys will understand this is what I'm going through. And I'm looking at my emails, I'm looking at her, her Periscope, and she's here and she's there. So just the fact that she was able to maintain and even actually excel in the midst of that.
Hey, if that doesn't convince you that the TCE Summit is the place you need to be, I don't know what will. So, TCEsummit.com. It's time for next happening January 2nd. January 2nd on a Saturday. I have 2 ticket types. I've got a free ticket. That's only for folks who have really been displaced and you really don't have the investment. We have TCE Angels on board. We have a VIP ticket where I'm providing lunch. Yes, we're going to break. Y'all know if you come to my events, I like to eat. Let's face it, I love to eat. So we're going to have lunch, virtual lunch together. And my VIP tickets include me also sending you a special little something in our Friday kickoff the night before. My star tickets is just for Saturday. Get lunch on your own. Have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay, my email. Thank you for the email, but not right now when I'm going live. But anyway, so get your tickets. Ford Next gives you 25% off. If you're a network member, you get 40% off. For every ticket you buy, we give a ticket for someone who can't, been COVID displaced, or of course, my folks in the fight of their life, because, breast cancer month was in October, but for me, every month is breast cancer awareness. So those who are in the fight of their life, I want to make sure that they in the fight to win it, right? So TCEsummit.com, check out our tickets. And if you have a question, you guys all know how to find me. I'm easy to be found. I mean, who else wears a hat like this and red lipstick? Anyway. So I think that concludes what I believe I was going to say tonight. Again, it's all about the Shivot, y'all. So don't forget to get your Shivot on. I mean, check out your Shivot, see what it's all about. Make sure you're doing the things that you need to do for that Shivot life. And I love and say that fast, just like I got TCE Shivot, right? But anyway, you guys be blessed. I thank you so much for being a part of our TCE Live. We'll be back next the second Thursday of December. Okay, second Thursday of December. And we'll be back then. So make sure you share us or share others and all that good things, and make sure you're here. It's going to be really great. So, and then that's it. We'll be doing our, we'll be ready for the summit. So get your ticket, share it with others. And I'm trying to, let me see, I'm trying to get this here. Thank you, Ashley, and those of you who made it. We thank those of you who will be here next time, and those will be at the summit. So all I'm going to say as I get ready to roll is thank you so much. God is good. Wash those hands. Watch your distance. I'm missing one. What is it? Wear the mask. Yes, wear your mask and stay safe. We will see you next time. Enjoy my outro, which is all about me again. It's just so much about me, right? So check it out, and I'll see you guys. Be blessed, and we'll catch you next time.